goodness, I'm so excited.
Hello, it's ready.
Griff gang. He's not a marriage scammer. Sweetie bite. Like these people who have, like, they have children. Can you not take them to the park?
Dang, son.
Good for you.
Don't talk to me!
Rage, more rage.
My dad's my uncle. I'm fat. I'm obese. I am fat. Dad, if you're watching this, sue Slimer. Hi, me again. Hi, are you serving cheeseburgers right now? Maybe he's doing video. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I'm not fucking gay. You think your life will be so much better struggling here with 500 kids and no money? Okay, good luck. Hillbilly, crap, white trash people.
Hold, please. We had somebody at our door. My dog's freaking out. Hold on. Sorry. Jeez, I guess I should at least give y'all the whole music. So sorry about that. Did not expect the delivery already this morning. Hello, everyone. Good to see you. Happy, what is it? Thursday. Crazy. I can't believe it's already Thursday. Hello, Gypsy Tarot. Janelle. Goodbye, Kyle. Justice for Cats. Hello, hello. Paul did not pull the plug. No. Sassy Mama. Hello. Emotional Support Muffin. Carrie, hello. Tina B, Syrian Prison Bees, Panda Pondu. Panda Pondu, I just responded to you in case you didn't get it. Justice for Cats, hello, hello. Nikki Fitness, hello. Missing Mimic. Seattle Sapphire's Low Carb World. Hold on just a second. Jesus Christ. Just a Karen, hello. Just for keeping me company. Had the sleeve done at 8 last night. Holy shit. And currently trying my best not to barf. Hope Sam is doing well. I hope you're doing well as well, hun. Jesus Christ. She's doing great. So Sam had her surgery yesterday. I seen a lot of people asking what procedure she had done. I don't know specifically the name of it, but she had some work done on her neck. She had a lot of neck pain and everything. She can explain that better in detail. I don't know exactly what it's called, but she's doing a lot better. I think she gets to come home today. Just to Karen, I hope you get better soon. And thank you so much for the support. Hey, Different Sage. Good to see you. Hold on a second. Hey, MEP. Hello, hello. Hold on just a second. Different Sage. Thank you so much for being a member for 33 months. I love our support group, Yaba and Sam. Thank you, Different Sage, and thank you so much for being a member. Appreciate you. Is that what it's called, Mama Mitchell? Thank you for that. Me too, Joanna Freedom. She has been suffering with her neck pain for like a long time. Skinny neck surgery. She did not have weight loss surgery. I don't even think at this point, Sam, I think she said she no longer qualifies. Hello, Tweet T. Good to see you. Better to be an ex-beezer than a current one. Where did that come from? Big Turks, hello. Brazilian neck lift. Hope Sam's good. Thank you, hon, and thank you so much for the support. She's doing really good this morning. She gets to come home today. Hello, Butter Crumpet. Good to see you. Hello. Moon Pie says y'all are over there skinny and shit. We're trying. Seattle Sapphire says greening out will definitely make Salah want her. Listen, it doesn't matter what Foodie does. Obviously, I think at this point we have seen Chantal show her complete ass. Green out, take the hijab off. Basically, she came online and it appeared like she was naked. Obviously, she was covered in a bed sheet, and she did all that to get back at Salah and to get some attention from Salah. Salah doesn't care what Chantal does. She can come online, she can show her ass, she can take off the hijab, she can smoke weed, she can eat bacon, pork, what he doesn't care about any of that. The only thing that he cares about is the money coming in. That's it. Hello, Jojo Cannon. Just Deb. Hello. Where's Sheneffer? Good to see you. She's tried everything except live stream pooping. Let me tell you something. These live streams that she's putting out. Hey, Tat Von B. Good to see you, girl. Salads and grown butt hair. Hello, Sky. Good to see you. Miss T. Hello, Krabby Joe. Moving into bed bound nicely with the bed sheet fitting. Yeah. Hello, just Jenny. All he cares about is the payday. And it's obvious that behind the scenes, Salah is, come on. If we know this by pattern of behavior, when Salah is not entertaining Chantal, she's going to have absolute meltdowns on the internet. She's not going to be able to help herself. The fact that she was live yesterday for 51 minutes tells you everything that you need to know. And this bullshit that she's pulling with basically going live so high, she's slobbering on herself. And somebody said it yesterday on Twitter. She absolutely, I believe, is abusing benzos of some sort. That's not just weed. There's no freaking way. I mean, listen, it could be the weed mixed with the NyQuil, but at this point, I don't think so. I think we're talking about something more serious. Hello, KK. Your marriage equals a broken neck mountain. Aw, that's sad. Thank you for the super chat, hun. Hello, Jazzy. Glad Sam's doing well. We never put together the fact that the woman who Salah took to lunch might be the woman who emailed Chins. That is one of my favorite streams of all time, Jazzy. I'm so glad that you brought that up. Maybe we need, I know. Listen, we've watched that multiple times over here, but I just feel like there was something more to that stream. A lot of people think that that was just a troll, or possibly that's something that Chantal made up herself. Hey, Cabela. And maybe ran through Chat GPT. And I was like, no way would Chantal read an email like that. No, her ego would not allow it. So, okay, maybe troll, you guys could be right there, but there's no way that email came from Chantal. She just would not do that. But now that we know about this woman that was in Salah's phone, and then we have the email also, what we need to do is figure out the time that Chantal seen the picture in Salah's phone and then pivot back to the email. I forgot about it too. Jazzy, thank you so much for the reminder, and thank you for the support. Chantal is crazy enough to want to meet the woman Salah took out for lunch. Here's the thing about Chantal, and we talked about it the other day. I think she's willing at this point, obviously, to look past other women altogether. Like, she's like, I don't care. I know at this point in my life, I have nothing to offer anybody outside of money. And even then, it's getting really hard for her to buy love. Like, she doesn't even want to bother even putting in effort to try to have another souvenir. Salah knows her. She knows him. She knows what he's about. And she's like, you know what? He gives me enough that, I'm happy with it. And if he wants to cheat on me and be with other women and have a second wife, then I'm okay with that. I really feel like that's where she's at. Say hi to my BJ. Is it your BJ or your boyfriend? Hello, Josh, whoever you are. BJ Josh. Bertha Boyle Jean. Hello. Glad to hear Sam is doing well. Love to you all in the support group. Thank you so much for that, Bertha. Me too. Yesterday was a lot. I was really worried about her, but she's doing great. And hopefully she'll be home in the next couple of hours. So I'm pretty excited to get her back home and get her up and moving around and back to normal, hopefully pain-free. Finally, she's been suffering for a while. Whatever it's called that she has, man, it's a bitch. It really is. So hopefully this does the trick and she's good to go. You know, she's still young. She's got a lot of living to do. Bertha, thank you so much for the support. Please. Okay, never mind. I already seen that. Sorry, I'm behind in chat. Those damn dogs scared the shit out of me. Listen, when you're here alone, then all of a sudden you got two dogs that start barking out of nowhere. It'll shake you up for a minute. I'm like, fuck, who is it? You know? Let's see. I'm wearing my pink watch today. It's so cute. Oh, that's awesome, Panda Pondu. You got yourself a pink watch. Nice, nice. Birthday again. Thank you, hun. What else did I have to tell you guys? I can't remember. I feel like so much has happened, but not really a lot has happened. It's just, listen, and I watched all fit. I know that at this point, she's damn near unwatchable. And like, what are you doing? Are you purposely trying to tank your channel so you cannot, so you're not able to make rent? And then you can say to like, I don't know, like Smee or something like, I can't afford it. You know, I'm working, I'm doing YouTube and I'm doing all I can and I'm just not making enough money to pay my bills. So I'm going to have to move out because like, dude, what is the plan here? All this money that she's going to owe, you know, for her rent and her utilities and her everything else that she needs in her life. And then she decides when she's in Canada and she picks up all these extra bills, she's not going to go live. Or when she does, she's going to be so boring. People are not interested. And she only goes live for 51 minutes. Make that make sense. She's manipulating people. Exactly, Dynamite. Hello, Miss T. Sending healing prayers to Sham. Oh, Miss T, thank you for that, hun. I appreciate you. Sam had neck surgery. She's had neck pain for many years. Well, it's recently just really got really, really bad, Butter Crumpet. So, but yeah. Foodie and Beauty, Frozen Diarrhea says, did you see in Are You Serious stream, someone called Jan Pete sent Foodie Beauty 2,000. Wait a minute. We talked about this the other day. Was it $2,000 was the amount that she sent for Sasa? That would explain. And that was just one person. Right. Okay. So listen, let's pivot back to the Sasa situation because we don't talk about that enough. It's like it happened just like the cat situation. And we've moved on to wherever we are right now in Chantal verse. But let's pivot back to the Sasa situation. OK, just for a second. We don't know the amount of money that was raised. OK, but if the people in Chantal's community were willing to give her the amount of money they did to get her home to Canada, I think more than likely they raised quite a bit of money for Sasa and her family. We don't even know the number. Like, you don't know who's watching, okay? You don't know who's willing to help somebody, especially when you're talking about a little girl in Syria, considering everything that's going on over there. And then also, you know, she has Down syndrome. Oh, she could have got some very, very serious donations. Okay. And right now we have one person that has already admitted to giving Sasa, or should I say Chantal, $2,000. Here's what we know about that situation. Hey, Sweet Leaf. Good to see you. She was basically in a coma. I'm going to circle back around to that. Here's what we know about the Sasa money as of right now. We know that once Chantal got the money, that she immediately went on vacation to Doha. Okay. I don't know. Did anybody break down what they thought Chantal spent on that little vacation? Because she took a flight out. I know she wasn't there very long, but still that little vacation that she took was not cheap. And you also have to remember that Chantal is claiming how broke she is in Syria. She doesn't have money to do this. Let's fundraise that. Buy me this, buy me that. But all of a sudden she has money after she raises money for Sasa to go on vacation to Doha. And then what else happened? What else happened after that? Salah got a brand new car. Well, not brand new, but he got a car. Supposed to be a pretty decent car that she claims he used his money from. Oh, the buyout in Kuwait of the fragrance business. So they had enough money that we know for a fact to buy a car and send Chantal on vacation. So that's what I'm saying. We have no idea how much money was actually raised. It could be like, dude, seriously, I'm not trying to exaggerate. It could be like $20,000. How the hell did she go on vacation after that? And how the hell did he get a brand new car? I'm just saying, you never know. Foodie and Beauty Frozen Diarrhea. Thank you for the support, hun. Hello, King Fuzz. Good morning, support group. Get well, Sam. Thank you, King Fuzz. I appreciate you, hun. Satsy Mama says, did you hear Carefree and No Madness chat? No car. She's not getting the car for her anymore. Are you telling me that Carefree, somebody who has financially supported Chantal through all of this, has decided to pull her backing from Chantal? That's interesting. Is she switching sides is what I need to know, Sassy Mama. And thank you for the super chat. Yes, that's right, Tat Von B. I want to say that they also got the TV around that time, but I could be wrong about that. It's true, but there has to be receipts. If it's true, there has to be receipts. I do agree with that, Butter Crumpet. Hold on a second. I'm still trying to catch up. Mainly Maine. Hello, girl. It's your 59th birthday. Look at you. Hang on strong, Sam. You got this. Mainly Maine, congratulations on making it another year and happy birthday to you. Oh, yeah. What? Ooh. Okay, I see a few things in chat. Sassy Mama says she sent No Madness $20 to say it. Oh my God. So she's checking out of Chantal then, huh? Very interesting. Also, people want to add on to what we were talking about as far as what was bought during the Sasa fundraiser time. That is when the air conditioning was also purchased. That is worth noting. Shameful, all of it. And not only shame on Chantal, not only shame on Salah, but shame on her community who has been showed time and time again the kind of person, all these channels who talk about Chantal. What do you think, that they're all delirious, that they all want to, that they're just out here making up shit, spreading false rumors? How does that even make sense? This community exists for a reason. You have so many different creators to pick from who will break down the reason why you should not be sending any kind of donations, especially when a child is involved, to Foodie Beauty and her scamming, no good, dirty, rotten husband, Salah. Whatever the fuck his name is. I don't know. Mainly Maine, happy birthday, hun. Marie Michelle, hello. Imagine Scatman's payday if she PAs on live. Oh, God, that was dark. Marie Michelle, thank you for being a member for 6 months. I wasn't prepared for that. Yeah, scammer. Foodie and Beauty Frozen Diarrhea says also her PayPal donations has been removed. Okay, but yes, I've seen that. So her fundraiser for the scooter is no more. That did not get taken down by PayPal. It was, PA means, one with the C. One with the C is what they meant. It didn't get taken down by PayPal. Okay. She took it down. She doesn't want anybody to send money for the scooter anymore. Why does she not want money for the scooter anymore? Because there's going to be no staying in Canada. She knows, and we know, as soon as the YouTube payday hits, unless one of her idiots over there are willing to financially support that trip back to Syria, she's gone as soon as it hits the bank account. God. You know what? And like I said the other day, I am here for Chantal returning to Syria. Not that I'm going to stay tuned to Chantal in Syria, but I'm here to watch Chantal take and destroy her life in ways that we've never seen. And we've seen Chantal really do some damage in the last 8 years or so since she's been on YouTube. To this degree, if she leaves, and I do believe I'm 99.9% she's gunting out the door, it will be levels that we have not seen before. And it will happen very fast. Foodie and Beauty Frozen Diarrhea, thank you so much for the support. It is totally insane. The whole situation is totally insane. But I would expect, okay, so with that being said, right, it's totally insane. You're not wrong. So with the live streams that we've gotten from Chantal, the slobbering, dude, I was listening yesterday. I think she was live while Sam was at the hospital. And I was in the waiting room and I had her on 3 times speed. Okay. The only time that I will ever use 3 times speed is if I'm trying to record before she has an opportunity to take it down. If I know it's one of them ones that she's going to take down and I need to record in real time, I'll put that shit on 3, 4, 5, 6. But when you have it on 3 times speed, you can't understand anything. And at 3 times speed, I had to check to make sure that I had it sped up. So I believe, do I think that Chantal is doing more than weed? Yeah, I do. But do I think that Chantel's well aware of what she's doing? Also, yes, I do. But I think she is leaving, like, she wants people, how do I say this? She wants people to think that, yes, she's crazy, right? She wants people to think that she's crazy, she's unhinged, she's not all there. So it makes what she's about to do, maybe the blow to the community, to her family, not as bad because she's mentally unwell. Remember, guys, she's so mentally unwell. Just go back and look at the live streams that she was doing after she got home to Canada. Can you really blame her? Hey, K-Buns, for packing up and leaving Canada and going back to Syria. It's a way for her to escape any kind of accountability, if that makes sense. And so do I think that Chantel's extra fucked up on these streams? Yeah, I do, obviously. But again, she still knows what she's doing. She is just trying to cushion the blow that everybody else is going to have to deal with. At her community, you can't be mad at her. She's mentally unwell. She's mentally unwell. Her family can't be mad at her. She's mentally unwell. Just go back and watch the streams that she did while she was in Canada. You can't blame her for anything that's happening. She don't know no better. Sugar Honey Iced Tea. Hello, hello. All those solar panels, then the move and the renovations. Exactly, Sugar Honey Iced Tea. And thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. Hello, Ruby. Good to see you. She's absolutely unhinged, but I think she's purposely doing it to try to make Salah feel bad. I don't think it's working. I don't think he's letting her come back. Really, Clarissa? That's interesting. And I was thinking more about Salah earlier while I was waiting to hit the go live button. Hello, Street Carp. Good to see you. Yeah, $2,000 for a donation. I mean, listen, hey, if people have it and there's somebody in need, like somebody like a little girl in Syria in a war-torn country, and she also needs, special schooling because she has Down syndrome, and like you just got it like that, it's nothing for them to send money, but that money was intended to go to her and the family. It wasn't intended for Chantal to go on vacation and Salah to get a new car and then get an air conditioner and more solar panels and then feeding her fat fucking face with said donations. Do you know the kind of energy that not only Chantal but Salah is putting into the universe that's gonna fucking circle back around to the both of their asses? And we're watching it happen. You're like, when is Chantal? Well, you're watching it. Pay attention because it's happening minute by minute. Her life is absolutely destroyed, and so is his. If they got 20K, he would not have let her go. I bet they made like 4 to 5K, maybe. Tweet T. We don't know a number. It doesn't matter whether or not it was 4 to 5K, 20K. What really matters is that the money, as far as I can tell, did not go to where it was intended to go. Bag of Shart. Thank you so much for joining memberships, hon. I appreciate you. Love your name. Good for them. It's great to see. It really is. It's fascinating for sure. And you know what though? Okay, so back to Salah in the money situation, right? And it's not just about, it's all about money for Salah. Like absolutely nothing outside of that. He cannot get to Canada. He's applied several times. Canada says, nope. You're not coming here. And he's like, so at this point, in my opinion, it's all about the money. But with the money, especially in a country like Syria, you're not going to tell me that doesn't bring some kind of power. And you're like, well, what do you mean by power? It can mean anything, right? More money, more power. That's just how it goes. And I would imagine, especially in a country like Syria, do you think that Salah, like he is an egotistic maniac? Is that the right word to use? Like he really feels himself and thinks highly of himself. It wants to be like this king of Kuwait or Syria or wherever he is. Like that really makes the cupcake recipe hard. And the way he can achieve that is by having money. And how is he going to get the money? Well, the Western beast of Canada is how he's going to get the money. Hey, babe, I see you in chat. She told him he was famous. Well, to be fair, in a pickle, hey, spiteful Pinky Jean. He really probably at this point he's not like she lied to me. Like, dude, he really feels like not only is she famous, but at this point, he's also famous. And he probably tells his family that they are both famous and they have this super successful couples channel on the YouTube platform. Hey, 49 and freaking fabulous. Foodie Beauty looks like Chris, 1,000-pound sister's wife here. Oh my God, she does. Ah, that was a fucking banger. 49 and freaking fabulous. Thank you for the support. I know a lot of people like her. I can't remember what her name is, but you're not wrong. Hey, Proto, good to see you. Bertha Boyle says she's going to fuck around and find out because everyone will pivot from her, which makes you irrelevant, cutie. Oh, yeah. Bertha Boyle, it's going to get really bad for Cutie. It really is. Listen, when she goes back to Syria, as we've been saying, nothing's changing. We've seen how much, and Chantal didn't. You know what's crazy when you think about like the Syria situation? You would think the part that she would hate the most about Syria outside of not having around the clock air conditioning is no internet and laggy internet. I don't think it was the internet that pissed her off that bad. Like, she was willing to deal with the spotty internet. What tipped her over the edge? Just imagine a gun on the edge, on a platform somewhere on the edge, and just a fat finger coming up and just poop, kicking her off the edge. Was the fact that Salah's family would not piss off. It wasn't the air conditioning. It wasn't the AC. It wasn't the condition of the family home. It wasn't any of those things. It wasn't the not having the access to all these Western foods that she loves so much. It was Salah's family. So with that being said, when she goes back, and I do believe again that she's going back, it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same. So she's, and here's the kicker though. Here's where it gets really fucking good for us. There is no coming back to Canada. What she couldn't. There's no freaking possible way in hell that after she leaves her apartment this time and walks out on her lease yet again, that she could return back to Canada. She can't even make that an option. So at that point, she's stuck in Syria, in that situation with Salah's family, and we'll watch her suffer for a little bit, and then everybody's going to get tired of that shit. The community is going to pivot over to somebody else, because let me tell you something, Rosie is up and coming, honey. I've been watching for the last couple of days on Twitter as that shit play out. Everybody's going to pivot somewhere else, and she's going to be fucking stuck. It's done, son, for her. It's really going to be something to see. Bertha, thank you for the support. At least that's how I see it playing out. I could be wrong, though. Sugar Honey Iced Tea says Bruce got a name from Chantal. No name, got a kick. Yeah, I heard about her kicking the cat. She kicked. So I don't know. Number one, why are we letting our cats get in bags? For what reason? Get the cat a cat tower. Get the cat some toys. Where's the $300 worth of cat belongings that you got from the pet store, Chantal? Why is your cat playing in bags? And if you know that your cat plays in bags, why in the fuck are you going around kicking bags that are on your kitchen floor? And then you come back and tell the internet that you kicked your own cat. It's not even a cat, it's a kitten, bro. You kicked the kitten. Because I wanted to see if the bag was empty. You wanted to see if the kitten was in there. Why didn't you just say that? I wanted to see if the kitten was in the bag, so I kicked the bag. Oh, it's beyond Funko behavior. Nikki Finn, get well soon, Sam. Please note that shortly after 9 a.m. this morning, your wife called you young. Oh, she shits herself. She likes to call me a young thing. There is an age gap, so she gets to be my cougar and I get to be her young thing. She shits herself. Thank you for the support. Bags always with the pets. She's always allowed her pets to play in plastic bags. Okay, paper bag, fair, whatever. But why the fuck are you going around kicking bags, period? But plastic bags at that, Chantal, again, there's no name for the cat. She's kicking the cat, trying to act like, I didn't know the cat was in the bag. But every time you're live, you're telling us how your cat's playing in bags. So the odds are the cat was in a bag, Chantal, and you kicked it. Foodie Foodie Beauty animal abuser. Exactly. Susie Q says, I'm still hoping when she goes back, they won't let her back in the home. I'm hoping the family will put their foot down, especially with his dad there. Yeah, but what are the odds the dad is still in Syria? I'm pretty sure it was just a visit for whatever reason, and just to visit his family, or maybe for Salah to get married to his cousin. I'm not sure. I would imagine by the time that Chantal does get back to Syria, that the dad will be back home in Kuwait. He's not going to stick around in Syria. Nothing wrong with being a cougar. I'm 8 years older than my man. That's right. Sassy Cat says it was my birthday yesterday, 58 and feeling great. Can I get the song and a goddamn absolutely, girl? Happy birthday to you and congratulations on making it another year. Oh yeah. Woo. Sassy Cat, thank you for the support. I just can't imagine knowing you've got a little brand new baby kitten. You know that the kitten plays in bags and walking up to a bag and just punting it. You realize she has no control either. You watch the way that Chantal sits down on a couch. Like once that leg gets to swinging, it's not like she just nudged it over to see if anything was in the bag. No, she punted that motherfucker. I promise you, she did. Jazzy says, all I miss in chat is sending love, working and listening. Oh, thank you, Jazzy. Well, have a good day and thank you for the support, hun. Sarah says, current Foodie Beauty videos equals look at me, Salah, feel something for me, but he don't want her back. She's pathetic. Grow up, Chantal. So your team, Salah, is done with Chantal. Okay, interesting. I'm glad we got some naysayers in the community because I am dead set. And sometimes I need people to pull me back. Like, okay, listen, you were wrong about what's his tooth. You could be very wrong about Salah. He might be done with Chantal and she's coming online just for sympathy from Salah. I really feel like we would be experiencing more of a mental breakdown if that was the case. But I don't know. You guys could be right. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, yes, that's the name of the procedure that she had done. Thank you for putting that in chat, babe. If the next man doesn't love me like this, I don't want it. That's right, Scrum. Settle for nothing less. Nothing less. I'm sorry, I got super behind. Hey, Miss Anthropy. Sam, did you hear your dog showing their ass a while ago? Emotional Support Muffin says, sending love and fast healing vibes to Sam. Also, thank you for making my mornings enjoyable as we watch this dingbat who is now sounding like she's talking backwards. Well put, Emotional Support Muffin. She does sound like she's talking backwards, doesn't she? But again, in my opinion, I do believe she's abusing more than just the marijuana, very likely benzos of some sort. But I also think it's intentional. She knows good and well what the fuck she's doing. Thank you for being a member, hon. I appreciate you. She speaks cursive. Yeah. It was a loving family. She doesn't want love, only fake love from a man. At this point, I think we are beyond that. I think she knows that she needs a caretaker. She knows her health, her body is shutting down on her. Salah is willing to take care of everything for a price. I think she's at this point, she's accepted that. And she enjoys that he is, he looks a certain way. All those things mixed in. And she's ready to go right back to that. Because who's going to bring her deliveries? Even Pete's. He's only going to be willing to do so much. You know what I'm saying? There's only so much that he's going to be able to do for Chantal. She who shits herself says, even if he tells her not to come, I could see her going. Me too. Calling him from a hotel and saying, come get me, and assume he wouldn't leave her there. I think so too. I fully believe whether Salah is on board for a reunion with Chantal, she's coming, buddy. So buckle up. Man, could you imagine? Can you imagine the way that Chantal showed up at Dishwasher's house that day, uninvited? Could you imagine Chantal doing the same in Syria? Man, she shits herself. Thank you for the support, hun. Hello, Ship Shape Fitness. I don't know if it would be boring, Yaba. I'm actually excited for the premiere of the Syrian Sister Wives. No, I'm done with Canada. I decided the other day I'm over this. Chantal does not deserve Canada. She needs to take her ass back to Syria, where I know that she's going to be miserable. She's going to regret every minute. But before you leave to go back to Syria, make sure you make it impossible not to return to Canada. And I think that's what she's doing. Like this time that she's spending in Canada, getting a cat, getting stuff in her name. Like, dude, I would imagine in Canada, it's no different than United States of America, okay? Everything has to go in your name. The electric, the water, the cable, all. Do you think that she's going to be responsible and she's going to pay these bills, her electric, her water, her cable, her internet, whatever she's got? Do you think she's going to zero those balances before she gunts back to Syria? Of course she's not, right? So again, burn all of those bridges, Chantal, before you go back to Syria. And we're going to watch that. That's going to be, I'm actually kind of excited for that. Thank you for the support, hun. Hello, Wicked Crafter. What the fuck is empathetic about a bulbous couch slug? Nothing. Absolutely nothing, Wicked Crafter. Thank you for the super chat. I can't stand watching her high. I can't neither. But this is, again, there is some realness to what we're seeing, you know? It's not all fake, but a lot of it has been turned up for the dramatics, Butter Crumpet. That's what makes this 51-minute stream so fascinating, and we're going to watch it. We're going to watch it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break down as much as we possibly can, okay? Because like I said, she's turning up the dramatics for a reason. She knows what she's doing. She absolutely does. And this, kids, is the reason you don't do drugs and then chase the dick. It's not worth it. Insert whatever you want for the D's. It's A for all of it. I think I did pretty good, Liz. And good to see you, girl. And thank you for the support, hun. We're going to watch it as soon as I get caught up in chat. Sorry, man. I got behind. I had a lot to say today. In just a minute, we're going to get to it. Stoner Girl says she wants Salah to go live and argue back with her. Man, I wish he would. I'd be here for that. Stoner Girl, thank you for being a member for 6 months. I don't think that he will, but I wish he would. That would be entertaining. Hello, the bear. Good vibes to Sam and much love. For Cutie, I think Salah told her he wants wife number 2 for kids. And she said if he does that, she's going to Canada. She didn't think he'd let her leave. And now she's saying, I should have stayed. Dude, in the vlog that she did before she left, the look in her face when she was sitting at the airport was nothing but regret. She was like, I never meant for it to get this far. That part where Salah is in the background and... Oh, no, hold on just a second, babe. That part where Salah was in the background and he was recording Chantal in the airport, you could just see the look of regret. Like, this was never supposed to get here. We're not supposed to be here. You were supposed to beg me to stay. And she knew this is a thing. Like, normally she would be okay with the vacation back home to Canada, but she knew, like, the family does not want her there. He called her bluff. He did. He did. He absolutely did. But again, I got to say that I do believe that he's talking to Chantal, or we would be getting a completely different experience from Chantal and her live streams. The Bear, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you, hun. Rojo says, yeah, but I'm still watching when I can. Fighting cancer and on a long journey. Feel better, Sam. Rojo, all the love and thoughts and prayers to you, hun. Hang in there. And good to see you. And thank you so much for the support. You got this. Also, I got to give a very happy birthday shout out to Sam's Devin. It is her birthday today. So happy birthday, girl. Hell yeah. They're getting old on us. Everybody's growing up, man. Hello, Fumos. If she goes back to Syria, it's game over for her and her channel. Yes, stick a knife in her. She's done. Oh, wait, was that supposed to be a fork? Whatever, they both work. Fumos, thank you so much for the support, honey. Good to see you. Hello, Susie Q. The only way they will allow Chantal back into the family's homes is if she shows up unannounced. She left everything except for 2 small suitcases. Susie Q, we shall see what happens, son. I just want to remind you guys, money talks. You got to talk. You got to think. You know, and this is not insult. I'm not trying to insult his family or anything, but it's obvious that things are a lot different in Syria. That his family possibly goes without. According to Chantal, they were willing to come to Chantal and Salah, not that I believe any of this shit, to ask them to go onto their YouTube channel and do a fundraiser. So with that being said, money talks. I'll leave it at that, Susie Q. We shall see, hun. Kumquat Manager, thank you so much for gifting 5 the YouTube Underground memberships. La La Landing, Auntie Gigi, Jamie Katz, Melzy, Devil Lettuce Spoiler. I love your name. Welcome, welcome, new members. A word from our sponsor.
You are capable of achieving more than you can imagine.
Hell yeah, that's right. Okay, well, listen though, before we get into Chantal, and we might do the Rosie thing another day, but let me link Hot Wasabi's channel in chat. She did a really good edit. Again, if you can't handle Rosie, I know she goes live for like 4 hours. You got to at least follow the clip channels that cover Rosie. And if you are a clip channel out there, I would highly suggest putting some Rosie content out there. I do feel like Rosie is prepping for possibly being like, I don't know, the new taking over the spot for Chantal. There's a lot there, guys. So if you're not subbed at the Hot Wasabi, please make sure you are. She's another great clip channel. She also does live streams every so often, which I haven't seen her do in a while. Maybe you need to get back to that Hot Wasabi, but definitely go check her out. We were going to watch this video. We're not going to have time to today. We might circle back around to it. But again, if you want to start getting into Rosie, that's a great place to get started. Hello, Ellie Welly. Why would Salah's family take back in care of hospice foodie? She's not earning much anymore. Well, you are right about as far as Chantal not earning much. And if she goes back to Syria, she's really like gonna be earning nothing. You're not wrong about that. In the meantime, though, until she tanks her channel completely, she will make a couple of $1,000s a month. And in Syria, that's gonna take you a long way. That's just what I think. And again, I could be wrong about that, guys. I don't know. I'm just assuming and guessing and making up different theories that from what I've seen play out and things I know about Syria, I'm just trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together. But we really don't know what the family thinks, what Foodie's going to do, what Salah's plan is. We don't know. We know enough of the history to make guesses. That's where I come up with a lot of this shit. But we don't know at the end of the day. Ellie, thank you for the support, hun. Foodie and Beauty, Frozen Diarrhea says, also someone said in last night's stream, I donated $200 and then you blocked me? What? Well, again, the only people I can hold accountable for giving money to Chantal is the people giving money to Chantal. Because what the fuck are y'all doing? Whoever gave her the money recently to get her to the point to where she is now, slobbering on herself and just ordering food and not really finding a need to come online because somebody paid her to basically stay offline. I guess good for you. Foodie and Beauty, thank you for the support, hun. Yes, Queenly, there are lots of good reactors out there. Scar is a good one. People in chat can name off. There's a lot of people that I watch. It's just, I'm having one of those brain farts right now, but there are a lot of good reactors out there who cover, Charlie covers Rosie. There is a community out there. I think Pulpy covers Rosie sometimes. Yeah. And eventually we're going to start covering Rosie. And I'm pretty excited for that. I wanted to talk about Rosie, but I spent my Rosie time talking about Chantal. Shocking, I know, right? I can't quit you, Chantal. Not yet. Not yet. I'm not ready. I can admit I'm not ready to walk away. I will get there though, bitch. Okay. I just want you to know that, especially if you do what I think you're going to do. And that's fine. I want you to. For maybe, you know what? Maybe it'll be best for us too. Okay. This could be an unhealthy parasocial relationship, Chantal, and you're not even aware that we have it. So maybe you going to Syria will also be, we will all benefit in some sort of way. We'll see. We're going way off track here. Jordy City of Thieves says, we love you, Sam. Heal well and feel better. Thank you, Jordy, for saying that. We do love our Sam. Mm-hmm. Thank you, girl, for the support. I appreciate you. Charlie does amazing editing. I love her editing so much. Okay, so with that being said, let's get into yesterday's video, okay? And you already know what to expect. But again, I feel like there's a lot there to talk about. I don't want to skip it. And let's just talk about how absolutely fucking ridiculous Chantal is acting since being back in Canada and promising her community so many things. So many things that they were going to do, so much entertainment that they were going to get on her channel. All you had to do was send money now. Send money now. That's right, Moon Pie. KK says Foodie is really turning into obese Lisa Richards. Yes, I mean, to be fair, KK, that's where I think she got a lot of these ideas to beg on the internet, was watching her and other grifters on TikTok. She's admitted to watching Lisa Richards. I've heard the name and I've heard what she's about, but I've never watched her. So I don't know the lore there. But I agree. Thank you for the support, hun. Hello, Suzanne, the Swedish Yarny hooker. Woohoo, past the 2-year mark. People need to understand that in Syria, a working person makes $25. So Cootie is wealthy in their eyes, but the way her and Salah got a hold of her money is illegal. There's that. Thank you for being a member for 25 months. Kathy says, picture the scene. Salah and his family sat around the table enjoying a meal. Chantal walks up and taps on the window. Hi, me again.
Hi, me again.
F the fuck off, fatty. She totally would too. She'd give the driver the directions to get back to Salah's family's house and just walk up and tap on the window. Could you imagine the look of horror on Salah's family's face? That's insane. Kathy, thank you for the support, hun. The title of the stream is Keep Me Company. It has a whopping 199. Who the mother F is watching this live stream and they're like, this is great fucking content. Click like. I don't get it, but okay. All right. 9,822 views. Let's turn the live chat replay on and we're going to start it off in normal speed. Yes, we're going to bump her up because you can still see how bad she's slurring and everything else. And you know, like 1.5 speed, but still, I feel like let's start her off in raw form, if you will.
Can you guys see this cat?
Can you guys see this cat? I mean, honestly, if you are a creator and you've ever put content into your video editing program and did half speed or whatever, that is exactly what half speed sounds like. Like, that's what it sounds like, dead ass. Hello, Lilith. It's my birthday. Can I get a song with extra grunts, please? Also, if Chantal is on something other than THC, where is she getting it from? Maybe her aunt? Maybe. I'm not really sure of her supplier, if you will, Lilith. But happy birthday to you, honey. Congratulations on making it another year. Thank you for the support, hun. Her chat is way more entertaining than her. I think they're a little, and I don't know why that they're shocked that this is the content that they are getting, but I think they don't know what to do. It's almost as if the Beezers are panicking. They're like, wait, this is not what we thought we were getting. What's happening? Somebody should call the Canadian authorities immediately. Wicked Crafter says the map to the hubs in the brawl. Exactly, Wicked Crafter. Thank you for the support, hun. Was that enough grunts? I think I got good grunts in. It was my mother's birthday yesterday, 98 years old. God bless her. Yes, God bless your mother. Look at that. 98, huh? What a blessing. Freya's Cats, hello. She just can't stand her own company, period. Everywhere she goes, there she is. Thank you for being a member for 21 months, hon.
I don't know. No, you can't. Wait. She's purring so loudly. She just started to warm up to me. She loves this toy now.
I want you to focus on Chantal. And she obviously looks baked. I'll give you that. The slurring, the slow talking. I'll also give you possibly benzos. But pay attention to her reading the chat. She sees everything. And Chantal is one who she likes to worry her community, if you will. Okay. She's completely fine coming online, saying that she's in danger, paper clips in the chat. If anything happens to me, it was them. And that is basically, she's doing the same thing here. And she's reading chat and she's seeing what everybody is saying. And she doesn't fucking care. She knows what she's doing. She's reading chat. She's seeing what people are saying. And that's exactly the response that she's looking for. She's looking for people to say exactly what's being said in chat.
Everyone, you want this root off? He's gonna get you. Thank you. Hey, B-Mac. Well, those are dirty as hell. Isn't she gorgeous? Blue is nice, thank you.
Sarge says, last time I saw someone this slow, the man was on, what is that? Vitamin Ket? I don't care about her, but I don't wish this addiction to anyone. Sarge, thank you so much for the support. You know what though? Here's what I'll say. Foodie being addicted to just, I think, pills in general, whether they be benzos or whatever the other stuff is, has been a thing. Especially, is it ketamine? Okay, well, whatever. I think especially since being in the Middle East and Salah taking care of her medications, if you will, I think another way that Salah has kept Foodie somewhat. Why does it look? Is it the sun that looks smoky in here? Or what? Salah has kept Foodie somewhat sane is by giving her some kind of narcotic pills or whatever. It seems that they have easier access to that kind of stuff over there. If you guys remember when she first got back to Syria, we were like, yeah, bitch, you're on pills. You absolutely are. And so that's another thing to remember with her in Canada is the access that she does not have to whatever she possibly could have had in Syria. I mean, again, do we know these for sure? No, it's all speculation. But watching her behavior and the sickness that she has in Canada could very well be, not only is it obvious that she has a flu, yes, she could be going through some kind of withdrawals. Because when she was in Syria, in the way that Salah was able to, keep her in good spirits, considering everything, I think we all speculated that she was taking some kind of narcotics over there. And maybe now that she's in Canada and she doesn't have access to those, again, this is speculation. Maybe somebody gave her some benzos to help her go through whatever she's going through. I don't know. I could be completely wrong, but that makes sense to me. Thank you for the support, hun. She Who Shits Herself says, I would pay big money to hear the conversations me and Auntie are having about this. Girl, me too. But to be... I think she talks about Chantal to probably her aunt or whatever, but I think Shmeez is as checked out as one person gets. Like, she probably doesn't expose herself to what's going with Chantal too much. Like, she's probably not looking at her channel. The only time that, she talks to Chantal is maybe here and there on the phone, but outside of that, she probably tries to stay away. You think he drugged her in Syria? I mean, I'm going not just off of who Salah is, but going off of Chantal's bizarre behavior that she was having in Syria. Was she slobbering on herself like she is in Canada? No. But her behavior in Syria, considering that Chantal doesn't have access to food, access to internet, access to air conditioning, and no obvious signs of meltdowns, says that, yeah, he was probably keeping her sedated to some extent. I think that's been going on since Kuwait. I don't think it started in Syria. Understand Smee's frustration, but can you totally abandon your child on this date? What are the options? destroy your life because your child is choosing and will not accept help that you've offered over and over, destroy your marriage because who the fuck is going to tolerate this shit? At some point, you got to save yourself. If you can't save your kid, if your kid will not allow you to save them, and you've exhausted all of your resources to try to help your kid, there's nothing she can do. So why continue to, expose yourself? You can love somebody from a distance. If they won't accept the help, Chantal is a 41-year-old person. There's not even enough there for her mom to have her committed. So you have to save yourself. There's nothing you can do. I mean, I get it, but yeah, probably it would hurt a lot to have to do that, but you got to, you have to.
Hey, to lover, everybody. I got cheese curds when I first got here. Hi.
Oh my God, look at the cat.
There she is. What are you doing behind Mom?
Not this shit again.
Hi.
The cat matches the sofa. Oh my God. That cat is so freaking cute. So I feel like at least, I'm hoping when she goes off to Syria, wherever, whenever that happens, I don't think that she's going to have any problems rehoming that cat.
Is she cute? Yes, hello. Hello. Well, she's very cute. Hey, Scrape Girl. No, I think I'm getting better.
She's not that sick anymore. Whatever she had it's pretty much gone.
Are you feral? Like a fox? But I just want to spend like another day inside.
Oh, so like today you should be getting out and about. You're gunting outside. That should be exciting. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. What do you think Chantel's doing right now? This right now, Butter Crumpet, I've got it on normal speed. I want to take her in for a few minutes on normal speed, and then we're going to bump her up. We're going to slowly bump her up to 2 times speed. But I really want to take in what Foodie is trying to present. And this is the content that she's giving her audience. I want the rawness of that for a minute. She sounds like the I'm walking on sunshine air duster intervention girl. What if she's on the duster?
Yeah, thank you. You're very cute. You're very cute. And she's warmed up. Like, she's just shy. She's just really shy. But when she warms up to you,
Bertha Boyle says, I'm not trying to get attached to no name, but it's not that easy. It looks like a Siamese we had when I was a little girl named, is it Strohs? If you know, you know. Bertha Boyle, our community, I think different communities are giving the cat a different name. I think Puppy is named the cat as well, his community. Somebody in chat named her Winter over here, and I think that just fits her perfect. She's so adorable. And I feel you, girl. Thank you for the support, hon. Sassy Cat, hello. I think she's trying to look so depressed and sad that her beezers will beg her to go back to Syria just so she is happy. It's manipulation. I do think it's manipulation. I think this is 30% she's fucked up. I do think the Chantel's fucked up. I don't want to sit here and say that this is not, she's faking being fucked up. No, I really do think she's fucked up on more than obviously weed, right? But I think 30% fucked up, 70% manipulation. She's definitely exaggerating her state of mind. And you can watch, like I said, watch her read chat and kind of get giddy about what people are saying. You have to read through that shit. Read through what what she's giving you on the screen. When you look at her reading chat and then you see her smile and laugh at what's being said, that tells you everything that you need to know. Okay. People, when they get, I mean, have you ever seen a motherfucker that was so fucked up they can't even hold their head up? Like, it's a thing, right? Nobody in that state is going to sit there and make contact with chat, be able to read chat, acknowledge chat, giggle about it. No. And again, not saying that she's not fucked up. I do think so, but I think 30, 70. She's rage baiting as well. Yes, that's right. Sassy Cat, thank you for the super chat, hun.
She's so cute. Hey, Carefree. Thank you. You've been praying for me? Thank you. I don't know why I'm wearing this, but I haven't really been caring about how I've been looking, so the headband looks cute. Thanks. Not as cute as you. Oh my gosh. She's like the same color as the couch.
Does anybody know what that noise is in the background? Because it sounds like she's got a dryer running. I'm bumping her up to 1.5. But I could have swore she said she doesn't have a dryer in her apartment.
She's so cute. Hello, Bize. Please name her. Yes.
Hey, Kyle.
Yep, she's too cute. I don't even know what to call her. Pipsqueak? No. Yeah, I think we're best friends. I mean, she won't like do anything bad if I hold her, but she doesn't like it, I don't think. She's like just getting used to me. She's just
That's not a toilet. It's some kind of it's either a dishwasher that she said that she didn't that she canceled and it came, or it's a washer and dryer. I don't know. It's one of the three.
too cute. I can't. Hey, Kanita. Oh, nice. I'm very happy for you. Okay, name her Darcy.
Do people hate fun her? Yes. A lot of it is they do it because they think it's going to trigger reaction channels. I'm sorry to tell you, we don't care who you give your money to. That's not our money, so it's not going to bother us at all. And she's just going to eat it. And so there's that.
Which is beautiful. Yes.
Most apartments, I believe, do come with dishwashers, but Count Cracula, that we are not talking about the Chantal that was able to secure the villa. This is Chantal who had to take what she could get, and I'm pretty sure her apartment did not come with a dishwasher.
Her own was not built in a day. No, indeed. Call her Maple. Grace? Her eyes are really close together. Hi, baby. She's like going like this, you know, like she's so trusting me right now. Oh, I just love you. I just love you. I'm glad she's sleeping comfortably on the couch, you know, because she was in a paper bag, like a Walmart bag, and I didn't know. And I was in.
And here's another sign that Foodie is not going to stay in Canada. And anybody would feel this way, okay? You go from, living, let's say you live with your parents or whatever, then all of a sudden, and you don't have to pay bills there. They take care of everything, right? Then all of a sudden, you get your own place, you're paying all of your bills, you're feeding yourself and everything, At that point in life, you're going to make sure you're not missing any work. You're probably picking up extra shifts. You're being very responsible with your money. Like, life really just got very serious for you. And it's so bizarre that now that she has all these bills and all of this responsibility, she's going live in the last couple of days, one time a day, and then she's saying nothing. This is basically Syrian content in Canada. She's sitting on a couch talking to her cat. This is when it matters. That's why I really thought when she was gonna get back to Canada, she was gonna do stuff. Like, I was like, there's no way that Chantal is gonna be able to be in this apartment and not show her apartment. She's gonna have to be in her kitchen and cooking. That's what people are gonna want to see. That's how she's gonna keep memberships coming in, super chats coming in. She's gonna have to do stuff with Pete. She's gonna have to take people somewhere. And boy, she didn't. So there's no way that she can be thinking and even planning to pay her bills when this is the content that she's putting out. It's crazy. The Amber content, yeah, it's well, and we got the Amber content because of Tommy.
The kitchen cleaning up, and I kicked the bag. Like, I tapped it with my foot to see if there was anything in it, and there, like, it was
This is her talking about kicking the cat. Hold on.
a Walmart bag, and I didn't know. I just love you. I just love you. I'm glad she's sleeping comfortably on the couch, because she was in a paper bag, like a Walmart bag, and I didn't know, and I was in.
This is how I know she didn't just tap the bag. You just told on yourself, because now she's basically saying, I'm so glad the cat is okay. I'm so glad the cat is sleeping comfortably on the couch. Well, why? What's the big deal? Oh, because I tapped the bag that she was in on the floor. If you just tap the bag that she was in on the floor, you're not going to be concerned if your kitten is okay, if they're comfortable sleeping on the couch because you tapped the bag on the floor. That lets you know how hard she kicked that bag. She just told on herself.
Her eyes are really close together. Hi, baby. She's like going like this, like she's so trusting me right now. Oh, I just love you. I just love you. I'm glad she's sleeping comfortably on the couch, because she was in a paper bag, like a Walmart bag, and I didn't know. And I was in the kitchen cleaning up, and I kicked the bag. Like, I tapped it with my foot to see if there was anything in it.
I don't know about y'all, but if I tapped the bag with my foot, I wouldn't think nothing about it. Number one, I don't leave bags on the floor, but let's just say I did, and I tapped the bag and my cat was in there. Who fucking cares? But the fact that she even said, I'm so glad that she's comfortable and she's sleeping on the couch, basically saying, I'm so glad she's okay, after I punted the bag on the floor that she was in.
And there, like, it was her, so she ran out and she was like, she like hissed at me.
You kicked the bag and the cat hissed at you? That cat really hates you. Holy shit.
I was like, I'm so sorry, baby girl. But and then I came to sit down to do my live, and and it was her. She was like sleeping wedged into the couch. And then now she's just like been starting, exploring like the idea of being in the same room. Well, yeah, I kicked her, but she was like pissed. She was pissed and she hissed.
She was pissed and she hissed. That's crazy. I thought you just tapped. So, excuse me. Which was it? Did you kick the bag or did you tap it? Because if you just tap a bag, move a bag, a cat's not going to think nothing about that. And tap the bag. Okay, it might run off or whatever. No big deal. You think she's rage baiting, sassy mama? Mm-hmm. I could believe that. She'd be like, people out here making a big deal because my cat was in a bag and I tapped it. They're so stupid. Yeah, she's rage baiting. She more than likely probably did kick the bag though, but still rage baiting for sure. The way that she's telling the story, none of it makes sense. I'm so glad she's okay and she's sleeping comfortably on the couch after I kicked the bag that she was in and she ran out and hissed at me.
I just tapped her. I didn't kick her hard. I didn't think she would hide there right in the middle of the walk.
What do you mean? Every time you're on the internet talking about your cat, you're telling us how she's playing in a bag. And now you're like, I didn't know she'd be in a bag. What a weird place to hide.
What? Anyways.
Butter Crumpet says, I don't think she barely knows what she's saying. Do you see this? Do you see when she stops making eye contact with the camera and she's over here staring off into space? I don't believe this. I think this is fake. Again, I think this is for dramatics. It's acting. Exactly, grunge 90s music. These are dramatics. This is acting. I'm so sad. I'm not in Syria, guys.
Cat kicker is trending. Shut up. I tapped the bag with my foot.
If you tapped the bag with your foot, the cat would not have turned around and hissed at you, and you would not be saying things such as, "Oh, I'm so glad my cat is sleeping comfortably on the couch after I punt kicked her." Fuck out of here. Salty Blonde says Walmart doesn't have paper bags. She knows the suffocation risk of plastic bags, bitch. Exactly, Salty Blonde, which is so funny because the other day when I think she was talking about the cat being in a bag, she did say the cat was in a plastic bag, and a lot of people had a lot to say about the said plastic bags. And now all of a sudden she's coming back. She's paper. It's paper bags, not plastic. She's such a motherfucker. Salty Blonde, thank you for the super chat, hun. Whispering Star says she can't see past Gunther. She hit the bag. Exactly. And I'm telling you, just like Chantal cannot control like the weight of her sitting down on her sofa, it's the same when she gets to swinging that little diabetic nub. It's full force, baby, with all the weight behind it. But that cat took off flying. Whispering Star, thank you for the support. Okay, Cotton Candy says in Canada, Walmart delivery is paper bags, is only paper bags. Okay, well, we could possibly stand corrected. Regardless whether paper or plastic, Chantal kicked her cat. So there's that. You no longer have plastic bags here? Not at all, Miss Anthropy? I know you guys didn't have the straws, but I could have swore the other day the cat was in a damn plastic bag. Really? So what? I made that up? Possibly.
Anyways. Whippa? I don't know what to name her. I'll think of a name. Breeding sounds better? Well. Why is it concerning, Carly? Hey, fun of me.
What was that?
No, there's still no name for the cat.
And you're doing that on purpose. We know. Not quite Amazing Grace. Performative as fuck. The whole live stream is performative. The entire live stream. Thank you for the super chat, hun. She's not naming the cat on purpose. Okay, Mrs. Fluffykin says the plastic bag was probably from a food delivery. Thank you for that, Miss Fluffykins. I appreciate you. You see this? You see this? Do you think that she doesn't know what she's doing? She does. Excuse me. She does. She knows exactly what she's doing. It's intentional. She's doing it on purpose.
I'm okay.
I'm okay. I'm fine, guys. It's okay. It's missing Syria.
I just need some time. Oh my goodness, you were very loud. She's so sweet, seriously. No, Nina. I can't handle it. Hey, Luke. Are you bored of just sitting there? No, does it bother you that I'm not? I don't know if it's boredom. I don't know. No.
That's definitely something running in the background. Here's the thing about the dishwasher, though. It's so funny, dishwasher. I mean, okay, Chantal orders a dishwasher, and you want me to believe that she opened up the package and set it right up? That if she got the dishwasher, I fully believe that dishwasher would set in packaging for God knows how long if she would ever eventually set it up. I don't know. If it's a dishwasher, then the dishwasher came with the apartment and she just lied about everything. She could have lied about not having a dishwasher. She could have lied about not having a washer and dryer because she doesn't want people to locate what either Airbnb or apartment that she's in. Like she's trying to be really, really slick about, everything so people don't find where she is. And you know what? Chantal has never cared because what really, I guess, do people do? I guess they did call the landlord. So there's that. Okay, scratch that. Never mind. Gary Thomas says, what if Chantal is taking 3,000 milligrams of gummies after ingesting far less for almost 3 years? Maybe her body is no longer used to that much anymore. I mean, that's totally possible, Gary. I have no idea what it would be like to take that kind of, gummies. I don't know. I'm not familiar. It's totally possible that maybe it is just the gummies. You could be right about that. Thank you for the support, hun. Butter Crumpet says, I think it's furnished. So Butter Crumpet, do you think it's an Airbnb? Because I know you had said that before. What is Earth right now says consequences of her own actions. Unfortunate, but it's her own reality. Also, I LOL'd at the last postcard and sticker. Banger! They were great. Speedy recovery to Sam. Oh, thank you so much for the kind words. And thank you for being a member for 3 months. I think it's possibly an Airbnb, but again, I don't know. If she had a vehicle, she wouldn't be depressed because she'd be driving the long road and hitting her favorite drive-thrus. Yeah.
I think I like it. I need to just be relaxed right now. So yeah, just here to chill. And talk about my feelings. Here to leave me comments. Oh no.
I just find it strange that Chantal, you've given up on your scooter dreams. Like, what happened to that? I thought you were going to fundraise and you were going to get a scooter. And again, how are you going to walk away from calling this a scam? I don't care about your fucking feelings. I don't care that you changed your mind. You promised your community all this content when you got back to Canada and you're walking it all back. This is what you're giving them. You don't even have your fundraiser up in hopes to get your scooter so you can go out like you told your audience you were going to and drive your wheelchair to the store and wherever else. Now it's just gone. You lied. What'd you do with the money that people gave you for the scooter? Did you send it back because you changed your mind? You're not getting a scooter? Or did you put it in your pocket and send it to Salah? How much money have you sent Salah in the last month to make sure that you get your ass back to Syria?
Hello. Hi, baby. She's so pretty. So, guys,
Chantal wants us, well, not us, I'm sorry, her community to feel sorry that she is no longer in Syria and married to a man who is using her for money, financial gain, hiding money from her, cheating on her, and according to her, who got very abusive once they were in Syria together. And you want people to feel sorry for your fake 3-year marriage that it's finally over. You should be celebrating. You should be having a party. But look at you. This is the actual fucking definition of pathetic.
I'm just having a hard time. I go through moments where I'm like, oh, okay, this is my new reality. And then other times I'm like,
she's not having a hard time. Raise your hand in chat if you think this is Chantal having a hard time. If it looks like she's really struggling, raise your hand in chat. My hand's down. No. I've seen Chantal have a hard time. The other day when she had her meltdown on YouTube, that was Chantal having a hard time accepting that her relationship with her bot bitch Souvenir was over. Oh no, this is not Chantal having a hard time. I've already figured out what the fuck I'm doing. I just don't want to tell you guys yet. I can't even look at you in the face and fucking lie to you. This is what we are looking at right now. This is not Chantal having a hard time. She's damn near giddy. She's damn near giddy. She just cannot wait to end her live stream so she can get back to talking to fucking Souvenir. Why? Why is she not going live? You know, and she wants to hurry up and get done with her live stream. What, you think she wants to go sulk? No. Look at the smile. Look how happy she is throughout this stream. Because let me tell you something. What she's been looking for ever since she threatened to go back home to Canada, which was to be love bombed by Salah, she's finally getting. She's getting to hear all the stuff that she loves to hear from Salah every time he does something bad, every time he's a bad boy, every time he gets caught cheating on her, every time usually cheating on her, and she threatens to go back to Canada. Salah, with his bot bitch ass, says, "Baby, I love you. You mean so much to me. You're the most beautiful Canadian I've ever seen." And he tells all Chantal the sweet little things that she loves to hear. And that's what she wants. She wants to wrap this shit up. You know, I'm done. I'm ready to get back to see what Souvenir has to say. I'm going to let him glaze me up, and glazing Chantal up is exactly what Salah is doing. Watch how much she smiles throughout this stream. I'm telling you. Lilu, sweet love. Hello, hello. Are we seeing Duper's Delight? Exactly. Duper's Delight, ladies and gentlemen. This is not the look of a struggling woman. This is the look of Duper's Delight. Thank you for that. And thank you for being a member for 29 months. Good on you, Chantal. Go back to Syria. Go ahead, big girl.
Like, I miss them. There can only be one teardrop. Okay, so I need something in my life to keep going for.
Buttercrumpet said Pooper's Delight. Seattle Sapphire says Airbnb would be easier to leave than an apartment. Yeah, but listen, I don't know. It very well could be an Airbnb. I know somebody in chat was saying earlier it's very difficult. I don't know. I'm not here to debate that. But I will tell you this much. Chantal you think she gives a fuck to sign her John Hancock on a lease and then just walk the fuck out? Because she doesn't. She doesn't care to walk out on a lease. She doesn't care to walk out on an electric bill, a water bill, anything else. She doesn't fucking care. You know, she's not even going to, I don't even know if the only way that Chantal would get an Airbnb over an apartment when she was looking is because maybe she found somebody that was willing to rent her an Airbnb before they would rent to her. But either way, regardless, she doesn't care. She would just walk away. Like, her Funko brain doesn't even think like that. Even though she knew in her heart of heart that she was going to go back to Syria, she doesn't care. She's like, whatever. I'll figure it out when I have to figure it out again. If I ever had to come back to Canada, I don't know. Smee's problem, really. Seattle Sapphire, thank you for the support.
Yeah, I know. Well, right now I
John Hancock goes crazy. I need to slow down.
have this kid. She's so cute.
I need to slow down, and you need to speed the fuck up, Chantal. How about that? Let's trade off some.
Hey, Melly. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. I missed a lot of comments, I feel like. Scrapegoat. Hey, Monica. Oh, you're still alive? That's a good one. I'm glad to hear that. Oh, my ear. Yeah, that's the only one I see, Melly.
Hey, Billy.
I'm glad to hear you're doing okay. Don't do drugs. Yeah,
Oh, unpopular opinion. She stays in Canada.
I'm just really, like, comfortably numb.
Fuck off. fuck off with that. The only thing numb is your feet and your hands. Uncontrolled type 2 diabetic.
No beast for old men.
Yes, thank you, Salads and Grown Butt Hair. John Hancock is perfect for her, as she will be a cuck once she goes back to shit boy.
You can hear it. It tickles sometimes. Oh my gosh. That would be a freaky feeling. You'll probably get used to it though, right?
She's got numb nubs.
I didn't eat anything. I'm so glad you made it through. And you're okay, Billy. Seriously. That is like, is it an uncomfortable feeling or the tickling? Name the cat Alice. Work game night with Pete's.
Bubblegum, as if she cares. Are you kidding me? Until something actually happens to her. Like, I don't know how shit works in Canada, right? But you're just not going to pay me to believe that she's been doing any of that, okay? And she's going to continue to just act like her taxes are not even like a thing, because I mean, they never do anything. You know, you think she gives a fuck that it's about to be tax season? No, she doesn't. It's not even a thought in the Funko brain.
Boy. Okay, what was I saying?
Yes, Lilu. And okay, let me read your super chat really quick, and I'm gonna go into another rant. Lilu says, you're right, Yaba. We haven't seen a proper meltdown. We will know for sure once he really ends it. You're gonna know. Like, you'll know. Like the other day, as crazy as it was, and dude, here's the thing. That meltdown that Chantal had the other day. Remember the one where she told Salah's business about the picture and the phone and yada yada, like all that shit that we got to hear was great, wasn't it? Hell yeah, it was. And I think she even admitted it later in a live stream. She was like, I overreacted. Salah, I don't even think that Salah necessarily did anything other than not answer the phone. I think it's basically what we've been seeing in Syria is that Salah was busy with his family, more than likely out with his dad, and maybe missed a call or something, and she had a meltdown and started telling all of his business. So just imagine if he says to Chantal, or if he just doesn't exist to Chantal anymore, disconnects his phone, blocks her on all social media, then you're gonna know. Until that happens, you're not gonna know. I mean, you know that they're still together. They're still entertaining each other 100,000,000%. Lulu, thank you so much for the support, hun.
Hey, Scott Life.
Whiskey, you don't think Salah is talking to her anymore? Do you think, okay, so my question to you, Whiskey, do you think this is the behavior that in her acting like this is the result of Salah not talking to her? I just feel like it's gonna be wild when that happens. I think they're in communication. I think if Salah wasn't talking to Chantal, she'd be spending a lot more time on the internet besides 51 minutes.
He's back on the bike already, Melly. That's pretty impressive.
I think so too. And what I was going to say is, here's what I think. I think Salah has basically confirmed with Chantal that their relationship is back one. And I think he's trying to figure out a way to get Chantal to make it okay with his family. And I think that's what him and her are talking about. And they're trying to come up with some kind of plan and, plan of action of what's going to happen when Chantal shows back up in Syria. Because the family could be hard no. I will give you all that. The family could be hard no. No, she's not coming back here. You're not doing this. But that won't necessarily stop Salah from bringing Chantal to Syria. He might house Chantal up in a hotel or something. There are lots of options outside of Chantal going back to the family home where Salah doesn't necessarily have to, expose Chantal to his family. And, you know, Chantal, they could be working out some kind of deal. I feel like this is like the fucking government shutdown or some shit, like the Republicans and the fucking Democrats and shit like that. Anyways, they could be working out some kind of deal because Chantal wants Salah around 24/7. You put Chantal in like a long stay hotel in Syria somewhere where she's got full access to electricity and internet and make Salah stay there too. And he can only visit his family sometimes. I don't know what these two are capable of. But I feel like the both of them are up to some fuck shit. I promise you that. I'll leave it at that.
It's been okay, Lindsay. Well, no, it's not been. It's been rough. It's been rough. You weren't on? Really? Your strawberries?
Hey, Langley.
Let's see. You can hear it tickling. You can hear it tick. Oh my gosh. I'm starting to sound like the smokers of Go World. And I look like an egg. Would you like your eggs today? Yeah, I can see it. Joe Mama.
Cal, that was a banger. If he wasn't giving her the emotional tip, she would be screaming about him every day. Well put. Seriously. So Salah doesn't give Chantal the tip. Okay, he doesn't dip the tip in whatsoever. Well, maybe before, I don't know. That's a topic for another day. Okay, we're not going there. But what Salah does, we call it love bombing, but this is another way to put it. It's emotional tip. God, we're so creative. I love it so much. Paisley, hello. Salah can't be stupid enough to think these views would continue if she goes back to Syria. Hey, listen. Yes, the fuck he can be. Because again, you have to understand that there are still going to be people that watch Chantal. Will she make any kind of decent amount of money? No. But you guys have to go back to Kuwait. You think tanking her channel is new? Foodie tanked her channel in Kuwait. Dude, go back to her content when she was just doing mukbangs and she was putting out live streams every so often. You're talking no memberships, no super chat, no support from her community. She was getting shit for views, 5,000, 6,000. Chantal wasn't even cracking 10K on her content in Kuwait. Every so often when some drama would happen, she would. And she was still able, because she was putting out content every day, to maintain a couple of $1,000s a month. And I think she'll just go back to try to do that. And it will be worse than what it was in Kuwait. And that will still be better than nothing for Salah, because they're in Syria. They don't have bills. Money, her Canadian money will go a lot further over there. So yes, to answer your question, absolutely. Yes, in my opinion. I could be wrong though. Thank you for the super chat, hun. Wigger Crafter says she's talking to Salah. This is for her community to justify returning to Syria. Love and healing to Sham. I think so too, Wigger Crafter. I think so too. This is manipulation. And this is, what did we call it earlier? I done forgot. It'll come back to me. Duper's Delight. Lots of Duper's Delight for sure.
Oh, thanks, baby angel. I look hard boiled. For all kinds of noises. Snow angels? No.
And here's what I think, though. I don't think that. Remember the last time that cutie came back to Canada and she had all her shit in her rental car and she was like, we're going on a road trip. And the next time you seen Chantal, she was where? She was in Syria. It's going to happen the same this time. She's not going to tell you guys that she's going back to Syria. One day after payday, Foodie is going to go missing for a couple of days. And then she's going to end up in Syria. Hi, guys.
Hi, me again.
That's how it's going to happen.
I should get out and meet friends. Thank you, Melly. I don't like it, but yes, it's a brush for you. It's a brush for you. Did you like those treats? Did you? Here's my water.
Oh yeah, every time Foodie returns from Canada to back to wherever Salah is, it's always with Salah in the background and these two as happy as can be. That's exactly what's going to happen, Butter Crumpet. What if he cops the last paycheck and dips? Remember, she got a lot of views when she first arrived. The next paycheck should be significant. Should be significant. It's going to be a big one. That could happen. Sure. But yeah, her next paycheck should be significant too. Not as big as the one that she got this last go around, but it'll still be pretty decent.
Water.
It's next month. So December's paycheck that she's actually working on tanking as we speak. She's like, fuck it, I don't need money. When does Foodie not need money? When does Foodie stop caring about needing money? Remember when she was in Kuwait? She's like, I don't fucking care. Bare minimum. When she's going back to Salah, she is so predictable. But for whatever reason, DK, I love this game. Do you really think she's done with dishwasher when now could be her big chance? Here's the thing. If it wasn't for Poop Boy entertaining her, I definitely think that Chantal would be willing to dip back into the dishwasher situation. But she's not willing to take that chance and, possibly destroy her going back to Syria. Until that's completely over and there is no going back and Salah will have nothing to do with her, I don't think she'll risk it. If it wasn't for him, I think she might. I really do. But I just don't think that she's doing it with Salah around. I don't.
Communado. Hey, Ray. Why are you so cute? She's like, I can't get over it. Have you seen my thumbnail? Yeah. No strawberries. CEO with BK where? Yeah. Thank you. Hey, Miller. No. She's so funny. She looks like a star. Egg farts.
See what I'm saying? See, Morton, I kind of forgot, because I've already seen this or whatever. The laughing and the giggling at the chat. Is this a woman who just lost the man of her dreams, her handsomest husband? I'm going to tap it back in case you all drifted off like I did. Hell, I started thinking about other shit.
She's so funny. She looks like a star. Egg farts.
I'm sorry, but Chantel's in too good of spirits for her to be just so sad and depressed over her handsomest husband. Are you kidding me? Shall we go back to other streams? Hey, Murphy Smith, good to see you. I'm way behind, but maybe the washer dryer sound is coming from the neighbor or homeowner because it's either a thin-walled cheap apartment or she's renting a room. Okay, there was this apartment that she talked about getting when she first was coming back to Canada. And it was in the basement and she just acted like she was too good to live in this basement apartment. So people have been saying that they think that she's in said basement apartment. So it's totally a possibility. Oh, you're working on your Thanksgiving menu? We put the majority of ours together the other day. I'm so excited. Depressed is code for drugged.
Whatever, I give him shit. I'm like,
Okay. Lilu says he'll have to find her somewhere to live separately from his family. Yes. And I think that's what's in the works now and kind of what they're trying to figure out. Maybe if they cannot convince Salah's family to kind of be okay with Chantal coming back, or if Salah is just worrying about exposing Chantal to his family, I definitely think that they'll put another plan together with her living somewhere else. Maybe. And you know what they'll say though? Here's what I think they'll say. If we see Chantal pop up in Syria and she's not at the family home and she gets like down in the city or something, Damascus, wherever, they'll say it's so she can have better internet. No, they'll say so she can do her job and be in Syria and be close to family. That's what I think, if it happens.
you were liking comments about me. Name one. I'm like, well, if you're watching, there you go. I'm not selling myself short. Hi. No, I'm not texting anybody. What does it matter anyways? Why are people trying to control who I text?
See how defensive she gets because people are questioning? I think they're talking about Salah. At least I'm assuming. About who she's talking to and who she's texting. And look at her response. This is not like, I'm not talking to Salah. Our relationship is over. I'm not talking to anybody. She's like, stop trying to control me. What does it matter who I'm talking to? Again, proof, in my opinion, they're talking. She's happy. She's not just happy, but she's thrilled. She's thrilled. 51 minutes on the internet and Chantal is going through a breakup. I'm sorry. We watched the breakdown between her and Dishwasher when he finally threatened to get, a restraining order against Chantal. When he finally pulled the dishwasher plug completely from Chantal. And we watched a meltdown after meltdown after so many meltdowns. And it did not stop until Chantal was in another relationship with a man she met on the internet that lived in Kuwait, who then proposed to her after 2 days. It wasn't until then that Chantal stopped having meltdown after meltdown after meltdown over the last relationship she was in. But you want me to believe that it's over and he's not speaking to her and this is the way that she acts? Please.
Hi. No, I'm not texting anybody. What does it matter anyways?
Oh, that I don't know. I have no idea. The way that they've talked, but these are liars, we're talking about here. They couldn't go back to Kuwait. I don't think that'll happen. But then again, I do think they're exploring their options. I guess we shall see. On YouTube, thank you for being a member for 23 months, hon.
Why are people trying to control who I text? Oh my god. You like the Rudolph? You like him? She loves the Rudolph. Oh my. I'm not texting anybody. I'm just saying if I was, who cares? Like, what does that matter? Perma fried right now, yep. No, I'm just perma medicated. I'm trying to get better.
And you know what's strange though? This was the shit that we were watching when she was with Nodder. We were like, what the fuck? Like all the and this back and forth. The only difference between her and Nodder's relationship versus her and Salah's is that the majority of it played out on the internet. We got to see it all. It was good shit, right? Like as soon as they got into a fight, we knew we could count on it. It's been 3 days. There's no fight. A meltdown is coming any day. And Chantal would gun as fast as she could to the Kia. She'd fire up a live stream in her car, driving, tears just gushing out of her eyes, down her face, all over the steering wheel, along with snot and God only knows what else. And then that cycle went on. It felt like the whole time that they entertained each other. Does anybody know how long that was? How long was Dishwasher actually in the picture? I can't remember. But the entire time, I mean, from day one that they met and she brought him to YouTube, that was the cycle. And it just went on forever. But we stayed around and we loved it so much because we got to see it. You know, it was so much drama. We were like, oh my God, they're just recording all of this. And then they would have their battle streams where Dishwasher would be in his apartment talking shit about Chantal. Chantal would be in her villa watching Nodder on the big screen. He's got his teeth out and everything. And they're both dogging each other out. That was fucking lit. But Salah sucks. He won't give us none of that. He won't even take the opportunity because he's a little punk bitch to go to his channel right now and talk shit back to Chantal. You just gonna let her talk to your family like that? Call them broke bum losers and needs to stop having kids. You gonna let her call your dead mom what does she call it? A motherfucker? I don't remember. All those names that she called your dead mother, Salah. You got a YouTube channel. Hell, you've been over there uploading shorts. Speak up, bitch boy. Souvenir. But he won't. Not now. Especially not now. Why not now, you ask? Because he's not done with her. He had his teeth out. It's true. You know, I was willing to look at his teeth as long as he was going to show Chantel's dirty underwear. I was like, I'll look at your teeth all day, sweetheart. Keep them dirty panties coming. Hey, Callie's Bathroom Studio. Hello, Corvid. Yeah, but when you're getting your when are you getting your tattoo? Get well, Sam. Well, you know, that was then, Corvid. I don't know. I had to think about it a little bit more. I was all hyped about it that day, and then now I'm not. I don't know if I'm gonna do that now. I don't know. We'll see. Canadian tour. When we go on tour in Canada, I'll go get the tattoo in Canada. It has to happen like that. I'm not gonna go to fucking Indiana tattoo shop. I don't want these people to look at me like that. Are you kidding me? It has to be done in Canada. When I go to Canada on tour, I will get said tattoo. Okay? Just gonna take a little bit more time. I am gonna do it, just not now.
Hello. Hello. Isn't she so cute? It's jet lag, right? It's a gloomy, freezing day. Excuse me.
Yeah, she called your dead mom a bitch, Salah. You gonna let her just sit there and talk about your dead mom? Is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna let this Western woman without hijab sitting there on her YouTube channel just talk about your mom like that? Your dead mom at that? Shameful.
It is. I'm gonna turn up the heat. Yes, that's turn up the heat. You're gonna be cold. You're gonna be cold. Yes, you will. Oh my God. She's so cute.
Whatever.
She's like a Sammy, Samantha. How do you keep getting unblocked? Ugh. What the hell?
Okay, somebody over there. They sent her $2.79 Canadian. They $1.99 and $1.99 her. Okay, hold on. Zebra Corn says she could be over the moon talking to anyone, just like she suddenly got happy when meeting Salah. Okay, I will give you this, Zebra Corn. You have a point, but let me point this out. You're right. You have a point. She could be talking to anybody. She could be talking to Dishwasher, some other loser that she met on Plenty of Fish or whatever. You're not wrong, but I feel like she would still have some not so kind words to say about Salah. You know what I'm saying? It's giving Salah. If it wasn't giving Salah, I would say maybe somebody else, but I think it's him. But you could be right. It could be anybody. And thank you for the super chat, hun. Wicked Crafter says she stretched 5 days with that wrecked grill into a year. The 3-year fail cry will last a decade. Exactly. But he ain't gonna never let her go. That's the difference with this one, right? Dishwasher replaced Foodie, and he was like, not worth it. I'll get me a Canadian DD. Well, he did get DD, whatever. Anyways, he was willing to move on. Salah? Boy, oh boy, and that speaks volumes about him. Wicked Crafter, thank you for the support.
Like, well, she's really too far. Hi. She comes over here. She did earlier. Over here.
You make a good point, UK. And I also want to bring that back around to what Zebracorn was saying. So when Foodie moves on and she finds, another catch, whatever you want to say, she uses said catch to get back at the ex, look what you lost. Now somebody else just came along and snatched me up. So if the relationship with Salah was over, like you all are trying to convince me of, she would flaunt that. What was the whole reason that Chantal wanted to replace dishwasher so fast? Like how many times did we say that Chantal's marriage to Salah was just to make dishwasher jealous? Like we've said that forever. And it would be the same with Salah. She would be trying to make him jealous however she could, whether it be with Pete's, whoever and however she could. Buttercrumpet said she invested 3 years into him. It's not over. No, it's not. No way. No way. Yeah, you're right, Thimble Fox. Every time that ALR comes online and I'm single vibes, like Amber has not been single since she met that feeder fucking Tommy. She has not been single since. They might have fights and they might not be talking to each other, but she and Emily, Tommy, whatever you want to call her, have been together this entire time. They're just hiding it from the internet. That's all that's happening with them. And it's kind of like the same with Chantal and Salah. And why is Chantal hiding that she's back with Salah? Because she just scammed her audience out of fucking thousands of dollars. And she's worried about the fucking backlash, especially while she's in Canada. Once she's safe in Syria again, and she's touched not Canadian soil, Syria soil, then she'll be like, you know what? I changed my mind. What are you going to say?
Teardrop.
She has to secure the Syrian bag before she tells her audience that she's going back to Syria, which means she'll come back in Syria.
I was just thinking of you. Hello. What have you planned for today? Are you babysitting today?
Maybe. Hey, Lord.
Yeah. Yes, I summoned Teardrop. Beats for beauty.
Hey, Lindsay.
Hey, Allie.
Lindsay, we are lighting candles to get Chantal to go back to Syria. We've decided as a community, for the most part, we don't want her in Canada. Do you want her in Canada? Look at this shit. This is the shit you're getting in Canada. So does she deserve her nice Canadian apartment that she just fucking diarrhea shits all over? No. Go back to Syria. Do us all a favor. Goodbye.
Do you want me to increase my speed of speech? Like, I gotta increase the heat. It's cold. Hey, what you? You cannot OD. I'm fine. I forget what my Instagram is. Foodie Beauty OG.
Kyle.
She's so cute.
That's something she's always done. When she gets really high, she rocks and she gets cold. Mm-hmm. And that's why she just said it's cold in here. Because she's high. Are we really doing Syria again? Do you mean the community, Manning? I think at that point, when she's back in Syria, we check in when she has her outburst, when she has meltdowns, which are probably going to be more often than not. It's going to depend on what they figure out as far as her living situation goes there. But at that point, we're going to have to start incorporating Rosie, whoever else, there is out there. It cannot just be Chantal because, no,
She looks like she should cost a lot of money, but she didn't, Hey, everyone.
At this point, that used to be like the thing that the community would say. She wants to stick around for Christmas and get all her gifts and get the Christmas dinner. But I don't even think now Chantal cares about that. I think she's over it. I think she just wants to go back home. If Chantal doesn't deserve Canada, then does Salah's family deserve to have to deal with her? Well, I don't know. No, nobody deserves to have to deal with Chantal, but hey, listen, they deserve to have their water tanks full. I'll leave it at that. Okay. If it requires smelling some of Chantal's ass and making Salah keep her on a short leash, then so be it. If Chantal is willing to go to Syria and financially help his family out, then, why not? If it means that they're going to get water and possibly some extra food, then who cares? Listen, if I was in Syria and I didn't know how I was going to get a water tank or maybe where my kids' next meal was coming from, I would tolerate Chantal. So there's that, I think so, Tweety.
You're going to have a piece of pumpkin pie with whipped cream. Yummy. Stuffed in.
Shaz.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just, getting used to my life. The home is lit up. I haven't had any pumpkin pie yet.
Hey, I'm going to be honest though. Like, I think the family, obviously think the family really does not like Chantal, but there are some entertainment purposes there. Could you imagine? Like, if they could just look past, and understand that maybe Salah breaks down like, hey, look, we're going to, let her come over here so we can, have some of that YouTube coin. It's fine or whatever. And they're, they understand that. And Salah is going to move on and get a second wife and have kids and all that, yada, yada, yada. There was some actual, you got to be bored as fuck in Syria. There's probably not a whole lot to do. Chantal would bring lots of entertainment. Hell, she didn't got to say nothing. Just sit there and look at her and laugh for 8 hours. That is a good time. Katie, welcome to the Poorers. Thank you so much for being a poor piece of crap. We appreciate you, hun. The men laugh, but the aunt is real concerned. I think as long as Salah promises a second wife with children, they might be willing to, you got to do what you got to do.
That's all right. So boring. What do you want me to do?
No, Rosie's wish list bullshit that she has going on is absolutely hilarious. She's like, I just use my wish list, and I add things on there that I'm eventually going to buy. But if anybody wants to gift me those things, it's totally fine, but that's not what I use it for. I use it because those are things like, it's almost like a grocery shopping list, but just in case somebody wants to, how in the fuck are you going to go out here and ask your audience to buy that pink cleaning crap when you don't even clean? What in the world is she doing setting down deep frying things? Like, her nose is literally at the top of the deep fryer. That what about this is safe, Rosie? Maybe you need to take a safety course as far as cooking is concerned. You're over here. Who melts? In my 42 years of existence, I listen, I do a lot of dumb shit. Okay. I'm very like, I zone out very easily. Like you cannot trust me when it comes to shit like that. But I've never melted a spatula in my life. Nose to grease, exactly. I'm not even really sure, like, how does one, what temperature do you have your oven on, your burner on to be able to melt the utensil to your pan? And it happened, it seemed like almost instantly. And what the fuck are you doing with the ketchup? 6 family bottles of ketchup gone in 1 month? We have some questions that we would like answered. Where's the ketchup? What are you doing with the ketchup? Amanda says, what do you want me to do? I don't know. Like literally anything. You signed up to be an entertainer. Figure it the fuck out. It would be the equivalent if I came on here and I was just like, sup. You'd be like, okay, sup. There's my cat. It's cute, huh? They're like, yeah, it's cute. And it's like, fucking, are you going to play a video? You going to do anything? You going to react? You going to entertain the masses? Bitch, that's what we're here for. And imagine I was like, what do you want me to do? I don't know, Chantal. Go to a pumpkin patch. Call Pete's up. Entertain the people. This is what you get paid to do. It's your job, dummy. Amanda, thank you for the super chat. You think she drinks the ketchup? I think it's a very big possibility, and I'm not even making that shit up because it's funny. I think she literally drinks ketchup. Just admit it. I mean, at this point, what does it matter? Look at you. I mean, it can't get worse. You're like 700 pounds.
I don't know what to tell you, man. It's cold. Maybe one day, one of these days, when I'm feeling a bit better. I think I'm on the way. I think I can taste a little bit. But, like... There's transition periods in life, you know?
Dead ass. I'm serious. If I weigh 700 pounds, what the fuck do I care if people think I drink ketchup? You know? Like, why do you girls hold back? There's no point. You know, when you get to a certain point and you can't hide things like being 700 pounds, then you should just let it all hang out. There's no point in acting like you're fucking skinny and it's your first meal of the fucking day. It's just dumb at that point. Sassy Cat says there's no reason for Solah's family to not accept her if he takes a second wife. Exactly. They get their 500 kids from Salah and their water tanks filled. Precisely, Sassy Cat. That's exactly what I think too. And thank you so much for the support. And I do believe that is what he is selling to his family. Okay. Shameful. Anywho. Thank you for the super chat. Salty Blonde says, look at her hair sticking up. Baby bird feathers. A new little baby bird right in the nest. I love that for you, Chantal. Salty Blonde, thank you for the super chat. Bertha Boyle says, do you think she'd stay in Canada easier if Pete's had moved in? I think she is not necessarily encouraging Pete's to move in. I think she could definitely talk Pete's into moving in if she really wanted to. I don't think it would be very hard. I think I could convince Peter to move in with me. Okay. And we're not even friends. So with that being said, if she really wanted Peter to move into that apartment, I think she could have had it done the first day. And I don't think that she wants him to move in because she's already out and she knows he can't afford to live there. And she probably is not going to be able to afford to send him money to pay for the apartment. Whew, okay. Bertha, thank you for the support.
And this is real life. So, are you there? What the hell? Oh, should have my child wasn't updating. Just so I know how depressed I am. Yeah.
Go back. Listen to what she says and watch her reaction to what was said in chat.
Oh, should have my child wasn't updating. Just so I know how depressed I am. Yeah.
She's smitten. Bitch, she's smitten. Who's not looking at their phone right now? Pull it out of your pocket. Make sure you're paying attention. Holy shit, we've got her on 1.75. I'm going to bop it down the normal speed, and I'm going to let this shit play again. Go ahead, Chantal. Tell us.
Oh, Teardrop, my chat wasn't updating. Just to know how depressed I am. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, how do you say it, Manning? How do you end a case? Because that's what I want to do now. What is the words that you say to the jury? Whatever you say at the end of like presenting your whole fucking, at the very end of your case or whatever. What do you say, Manning? She makes me sick. I don't know why that was so funny to me, Ultimate Blackberry, but it was. I rest my case. Thank you. I didn't even need to ask Manning. Oh, God. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I rest my case. Tap her back one more time and I get the fuck out of here. Look, Chantal, I'm about to leave so you can bring your stupid ass back on the internet and show us how high you are this morning.
What the hell? Oh, Teardrop, my chat wasn't updating. Just to know how depressed I am. Yeah.
There you have it. Ladies and gentlemen of the support group jury, I arrest my case. Solah's still in the picture. She's going back to Syria. Canada's going bye-bye. It's already in her rearview mirror. All right? Thank you all so much for being here today, showing up, showing out. As always, tomorrow we're going back to giveaways. I believe I got all the merch orders out as of today. So if you want to be entered into tomorrow's giveaway, make sure you leave a comment after the stream is over in the comment section. All right. And I will see you guys same time, same place tomorrow. Love you so much. Bye.